Hey, what's up guys, it's Banu here from Andro.com and this is the iPhone XS Max from Apple and it has a pretty good camera. But some of you guys might not actually know how to make use of all the camera settings that are packed into this device. So that's why I decided to make this camera guide. So in this video, I'm going to be going over all the camera features on the iPhone XS Max and the iPhone XS so that you can make the maximum out of your iPhone. If you are excited for that, definitely go ahead and smash that like button and hit on that subscribe button right now so that you will find more awesome tech videos just like this in the future right on your subscription feed. So with that being said, let's get started with today's video. Alright, so first let me show you how you can access the camera. So there are two ways that you can open up the camera. First off, from the lock screen, you can go ahead and use 3D touch to press and hold on the camera icon and the camera will open up, or else you can unlock the device and then from the camera icon you can open up the camera as well. Now let's go ahead and have a look at the camera UI. This is the camera UI of the iPhone XS Max. So first off, at the bottom we have the main modes that are available. So we have the time-lapse mode, we have the slow motion mode, we have the video mode, the photo mode, the portrait mode, square mode and panorama mode. I will talk in detail about each of these modes later on. And here we have the place where you can go to the gallery. Say I shoot a picture like this, so by pressing on this I can quickly visit the gallery, and using this icon over here we can move we can switch the camera to the front facing camera. So if I just do this, we can switch to the front facing camera, and now on the top of the camera UI we have the first icon, which is to change the flash. So you have the auto option along with turning it on for always, and also we have the option to turn it off completely. Next up we have live photos right here. So by enabling live photos you can get motion pictures. For an example, if I do something like this, not only will the picture animate, but you can also hear the sound. So in order to see a live photo, you just have to press and hold on the image. For an example, if I do something like this, so like that you can get live photos on the iPhone. And there are other things that you can do with live photos which I'll explain later on. Next up we have the timer for 3 seconds, 10 seconds, or you can turn it off. And finally we have the filters, so you can select from a variety of filters here. So that's about that. And also in the camera UI you can find this button over here which can be used for zoom. So you can zoom up to 1 time or 2 times, or if you just press and hold on this button you get a separate other cog where you can actually change the zoom up to 10 times. So this will be digital zoom and 2 times will be optical zoom using the secondary camera on the telephoto camera on the iPhone XS Max. So now let's quickly dive on into the settings area of the iPhone. On Android phones usually the settings is built right into the camera app, but on the iPhone the settings for the camera is stored under settings. So when you go into setting you can find a separate section for the camera, and from here you can find the first option, which is to preserve the settings. So you can preserve the camera mode, the creative controls and all of that. So what happens is if you're in the let's say if you're in the photo mode, or let's say if you're in the video mode, and next time when you open up the camera, the camera will automatically store the video mode. So you can enable that if you want, or else you can always make it default back to photo mode if you disable the preserve settings. Next up we have the camera grid. So if you want to be creative with your shots and if you want to get the grid settings right, you can, if you want to perfectly align the photo, you can use this grid to go ahead and place your image properly and then shoot the picture. So just like this. Next up we have the scanning QR code. So if you want to scan a QR code, you can easily go ahead and open up the camera and just hold any QR code over here and the iPhone will be able to scan that. Next up we have the recording video option. Here you can change the settings for video recording. So I currently have this set for 1080p at 30 fps, but you can also shoot to a maximum of 4K at 60 fps on the iPhone XS Max. If you want, you can change to that. And also there's auto low light fps on this, as well as you can lock the camera so that the camera doesn't switch while shooting video. So you can change all of those settings here. They have nicely given how much of storage each recording mode will take. So based on the storage capacity of your device, you can go ahead and select whatever resolution that fits you. Next up we have the same thing for recording slow motion videos. So here you have recording in 1080p. So I have actually set it for 1080p at 240 fps, but you also have the option for 120, but 240 fps slow motion is so much smoother, so I have gone with that. And then there's record in stereo sound. You can enable that as well. And under formats you can select high efficiency or most compatibility. So I have gone with high efficiency here. So if I select high efficiency, it will be shooting in HEVC, so H.265, the latest encoding format. So you can go ahead and use that. I recommend that for most people. And then we have smart HDR for HDR, that's high dynamic range, and you can also take normal photos. So with smart HDR, what happens is the phone actually automatically captures more than one picture and then combines the exposure into a single picture to make the best picture that you can possibly get. And also in order to see the photos that you captured, you can go into the Photos app, and from here you can view the picture. You can just select a picture, and like I showed earlier, you can just go ahead and press and hold like that to enable 3D touch as well. You can enable that to see live photos as well. And also you can edit up pictures from here. So now in this live photo mode, the best part is, since this is a moving picture, you can go ahead and select which variation you want. Let's assume that this picture is a picture where I have blinked. So you can easily go ahead and move to a place where I don't blink, and go ahead and make that the key photo, and then go ahead and save that. Also you have transformation options for each picture, and you can add any filters if you want, or you can adjust the color, you can change the brightness and all that as well. So all those settings are built right into the camera, so you can go ahead and use that. So you can discard the changes, or you can go ahead and save the changes by hitting on the done button. So that's about it. And also you have a heart button over here to favorite it, and also this button over here is used for sharing to all your social media networks. Now let's go ahead and have a look at all the camera modes on the iPhone in detail. So first off, we have the time-lapse mode. I think everyone knows what a time-lapse is. So here you can zoom in to the telephoto lens, or you can use the primary lens for the time-lapse, and you can go ahead and press this button to start recording. So it's best if you keep the phone at one place when you record the time-lapse to get the best results. I personally recommend everyone to use a tripod for shooting time-lapses. So here's the time-lapse that I shot with the iPhone XS Max. Next up we have the slow motion mode, and in the slow motion mode you can actually record slow motion videos like I mentioned earlier in the settings. So here's a slow motion sample shot with the iPhone XS Max. Next up we have the regular video mode. So here on the iPhone XS Max you can start recording a video like this, And the best part is you can switch between the two cameras. So if you want to zoom in, you can go ahead and press on the zoom button, that is the 1x and 2x button, and the video will automatically switch between the normal camera and the telephoto camera seamlessly. So you can you don't really have to stop your recording to do whatever. And also there's another button over here. So this button is used to capture photos while the video is being recorded. So if you want to go ahead and visit the gallery, you can see the pictures that was shot during the video recording as well. Next up we have the photo mode. I think this is the mode that a lot of people will be using. So you can use this to capture cool little photos. You can add filters if you want in real time. So if you want a black and white photo, you can easily do that using this, or you can use any of the other filters like the vivid mode to capture cool photos. If you don't want filters, you can disable the filters, but you can go ahead and easily zoom into something. Now I have this subject over here, so this is using the telephoto camera and this is using the regular camera. So here's the difference between that, and also you have up to 10 times zoom on this, so you can take a picture like this as well if you want. So you can take a 10 times zoom image, you can take a 2 times zoom image, and regular image. So you have that over there, and that's about it for the camera. You can take good looking pictures on the iPhone XS Max if you put in some time to get the perfect shot. Unfortunately on the iPhone we still don't have manual mode, so if you want manual mode you will have to use a third-party application for that. Right now it's all on auto. Here are some photo samples from the iPhone XS Max. Next up we have portrait mode, and in portrait mode there are multiple settings such as natural light mode, we have the studio light mode, the contour light mode, the stage light mode, and the stage light mono mode, which is in black and white. On the latest iPhone you can even change the focal length on the portrait mode, which you can adjust like this. So you can use this button on the top right hand side. So what I'll do is I'll have sample pictures for each of these so that you guys can see how it looks right after this. Here are some portrait mode images shot with the iPhone XS Max. Next up we have the square mode. So this is basically made for Instagram, or if you want to shoot square pictures. This is basically the same as the photo mode, but this is just in square, so you don't have to do any post-processing. If you want to shoot for Instagram, you can quickly go ahead and shoot it up like this, and now this picture is ready to go. You can open up Instagram and quickly go ahead and upload that. Finally we have the panorama mode. I think again
pretty self-explanatory. Everyone knows about the panorama. So in order to get an idea about the camera performance in panorama of the iPhone XS Max, here's a camera sample. And finally we come to the selfie mode. So here you can take pictures or record videos, and there's even front facing portrait mode on the iPhone XS Max. So you can use all of these settings that are there in real time and see how it looks like. So for an example, this is what the stage light looks like. It's still not doing the best job, but it's blacking out the entire surrounding area. So this is all happening in real time, so that's pretty cool. If you want to shoot a portrait mode picture, you can just go ahead and hit on this, and it will take a few seconds and capture that picture. So there are other modes like the square mode that you can use in the selfie mode as well, and all these top settings will be the same. That's about it for the camera. If you guys found this video useful, let me know by dropping a comment, and definitely go ahead and share this video with all your friends on social media, and subscribe right now for more awesome tech videos just like this. I have done a creative iPhone unboxing here in the channel. If you guys didn't watch that, definitely go ahead and check it out right now. I'll have the link down below in the description. It features your favorite Tito the Lab. So guys, that's about it for the iPhone camera guide. I hope you guys found this video useful. If you did, definitely go ahead and smash that like button and hit on that subscribe button right now, and definitely go ahead and share this video with all of your friends all over social media. You can follow me on social media. I am at Andro Dollar. All the links are given down below in the description, and stay tuned to androdollar.com for all the latest from the tech world. If you have any comments, drop a comment down below right now, and until I see you guys in my next video, this is Banu